Feels like love, Cupid made a shot.
Hi guys, welcome and welcome back. If you're new here, go and hit that subscribe. So today we have Madam Glam's rubber base. They've come out with 5 beautiful glitter rubber bases. Look at these, they're so pretty. We're gonna go ahead and swatch these today. Oh, I love these. Now, if you're unfamiliar what a rubber base is, no, it's not rubber, but it is very flexible like rubber. So it actually it's perfect for natural nails, honestly. I love it for natural nails. It gives your natural nails strength as well as flexibility. Our natural nails are automatically like flexible. They move when they grow. So sometimes when you use like a hard gel or something like that, it doesn't adhere the best and it can actually end up lifting on top. Now, a rubber base is going to move with your nail as it grows out. So it is perfect for natural nails. It will give you that strength that you need if you have very thin nails, thin and weak nails like myself. Honestly, my natural nails are very thin and weak, but I do find if you use a rubber base on your natural nail, it actually will help them grow and stay protected because they will be flexible and move and not break as easily. So I absolutely love that. These are a bit thicker than a regular rubber base, so please keep that in mind. The more you go, it'll have a little bit of thickness too, so it'll give your nails some strength. But you can use this as a regular base, and it is great for any formula to go on top of if you like, or you can just use them as they are. They're so beautiful. Look at all these beautiful glitters. They're so pretty. I am so shocked by this collection. It's giving wedding vibes, and that is exactly what this collection is all about. It is like their little wedding collection. I think they're so pretty. So if you're interested in trying Madam Glam's rubber base, you can always go ahead and use my discount code. Oh, look at this one. Love, love, love. Pearl. Oh my god. This one is so pretty too. Some of these have like little black flecks in them. I thought it was such a unique vibe to them. I actually haven't seen it with the little black like flecks. It gives it like just a different type of vibe for me. So we're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna swatch these beauties, and then I want to give you a little showcase of on a few different skin tones. But look at this one. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This one actually, does this one have the black flecks? No, I don't think this one has the black flecks. It is like a beautiful, look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Okay, Champagne Toast is my absolute favorite though. Champagne Toast, and that's the one we're going to use today in our nail design. It has like a smidge of a purple hue. A lot of these give me like milky whitish vibes, milky silver. I don't know. I will put them all together and you'll see them here in a minute. I am just, like I said, these are just my favorite. Champagne Toast is a must have though. You must grab that one. It has like a hue, like just a smidge of purple. I know it's so hard to see, but legit, it's one of my favorite. Look at that. Oh my god, look at these. Do you see the black speckles? Is that not so unique? Oh, but the third and very last are my favorites in this collection. So I have some nails here. I'm just showing you. I go ahead and I just buff them out, and then I'm going to clean them off with a little alcohol pad. You want to make sure that you get all the dust or anything like that off of your nail. And then we're going to go in with this little Vendini color. This is a cat eye, but I'm not going to use it as a cat eye. It is such a pretty purple, and I think that purple glitter is going to just like complement this color, that's the word I'm looking for, so well, and it's going to give it the most beautiful little shimmer. Now, I'm not going to use the cat eye effect for these nails. I actually just want the color for them, and that's one thing I love about cat eyes too, is that you don't necessarily have to make them the cat eye effect. You can just use the beautiful colors. Now, I do find with this specific brand, I always like to let it sit for a little bit. This is like a Vendini, so I find with their polishes it's a bit thicker, so I just want to let it sit for a second to give it a minute to melt together, and that's what I'm doing with these two nails on the side. Before I cure them, I'm letting them sit, and they just self-level beautifully when you let them sit for a minute. That is what I'm finding with this specific brand. Say if you're using like a Madam Glam, honestly I find you don't really have to do that with Madam Glam polishes, but this brand, with the cat eye, I find you have to let it sit for a second so you don't see any streaking. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 coats, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing with that so you don't get the streakage, and I'll show you here a little bit in a second, a little up close of what I'm talking about. if you just give it a minute, it'll just melt into itself. But these polishes definitely need that second. So kind of like if you're in a salon getting your nails done or doing your nails, you're not really doing one at a time and popping them in the lamp. You're doing one, moving on to the next, moving on to the next. And time you get to the end one, all the other ones kind of jive together. So that is the difference of it. You can see the streaks on the left and then no streaking on the right. So we're gonna get Champagne Toast. This is my ultimate favorite one. Look at this glitter. It is, oh my god, so beautiful. Now I'm just going to use these as nail art vibes, meaning I'm just going to use it as the color. I'm not really using the rubber base in this design for what the rubber base can do. I don't really need the strength to your nails, but if you are creating press-ons and they're very thin or anything like that, the rubber base as well will actually give it some strength, and they will give it a little bulk because it is a thicker formula. It is a bit thicker than a regular gel polish, so keep that in mind when you're working with it. It's always good, again, to get that a second and let that melt into itself. But the glitter of this is such a beautiful glitter, and then because it has like a hue of purple, I find it just so complementary to the other little cat eye polish that we have. The other one doesn't have a name, so I'm just going to say the Bendini polish there. It's so pretty. But what I'm going to do today is I actually want to do like wedding inspired nails, because that's what this collection is all about, and I think it is so perfect for weddings. So I want to do some lace and I want to do some bling, so I thought we would go down that road. So I think these colors complement each other so well as a background. Like, I'm just obsessed. I personally like to stamp on a matte surface. Now Madam Glam's Velvet, their velvet matte top coat, personally to me has a smidge of a texture to it. It is a beautiful for when you want an actual matte nail, but when stamping, I'm actually not a fan of doing the two together. So I actually like the gel-in one, so I'm just going to use the gel-in one there. And then this plate is a CJS plate. I'm pretty positive this is the plate that my girlfriend just gave me. She is so sweet. So I'm going to use that plate. It's a lace plate. I will try to link the number down below if you're interested in that. And I just want to go ahead and stamp some different lace vibes on here. When I think wedding, I think bling and lace and just kind of pretty vibes. So that's what I'm going to do for this set. Too crazy. Like I said, I'm just want to take some images from the stamping plate, some lace vibes, and go around and stamp it on these beautiful nails. Oh, I just love the shimmer that rubber base is giving it. You see it? Oh, it's so pretty. So now that we've gone ahead and put all of our little lacy type of designs here on the nails, I'm going to go ahead and top coat all these nails, and I'm going to use Madam Glam's top coat. No Wipe top coat is legit my favorite top coat. I use it on everything. It's perfect for stamping as well. It does not smudge, so I really enjoy that. So with this design, oh, and then the rhinestone glue I'm using is Lisette's. I'll make sure that I link that as well, and that's a non-stick, so I don't even have to worry. That's why I prefer to top coat, and then I use the glue on top, so it's just easy peasy. But yeah, so we're gonna go in and just do some bling. Now this nail I kind of wanted to do, sorry I went by fast there, but that nail I wanted to do as like the ring, because it is the ring finger, and you know we want some bling for our ring, right? So here and again, because I'm thinking wedding, I'm thinking blingy type of vibes, I wanted to add a little bit of pearls. To me, like, pearls also give wedding vibes. It's just elegance. I think that's really where I wanted to go, more of an elegant type of thing, but with a whole whack of bling. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to put a pearl on here. I'm going to secure it with some caviar beads all the way around. Look at the ring one. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love that one. And then I also have these other charms. I want to be using all of my stuff, so I'm like, you know what, let's just use as much charms and as much bling as I can on the set without going too crazy. So this one is a frame, and I have these frames, and I thought, oh, this would be so cool and make it kind of like framed in this beautiful like vibe of it. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to fill in the frame actually using some of the gel polish that we just got in as well, so, or the rubber base technically, but we're going to get back to that I guess here in a sec. So oh yeah, then I have this little guy. This is a pre-made cluster, but if you really want to give your pre-made clusters and just elevate them, go around them with some more stuff. So this one already has a pearl, so I wanted to take advantage of the pearl vibe, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of more pearls around it and bling. So I'm just going to make the cluster kind of look a little bit larger, a little bit more grander than just the cluster there. And I do find doing stuff like this, if you already have a pre-made one and then you add a few things around it, it really just brings it all together in my opinion. So now this looks like it's just one nice whole piece instead of just like a cluster just, you know, shoved on a nail. I really like the way that this nail came out. It's actually one of my favorite ones, and half the work was already done for me because the main part of it legit already came together. I bought that all together, so I just tied it in with some other pearls and bling all the way around it. Oh, that is so pretty. I love that one. Okay, so here we're going to take one of the other colors, and I'm going to just take a little bit of that gel polish. I'm just going to call it gel polish, but it's rubber base. We're going to take a little bit of that rubber base, and we're just going to go in the middle of our frame and kind of get it to be like, you know how you get like those mood rings and they just come like different stones in the middle? Like that's kind of I think where I wanted it to be, like almost like a different stone-ish vibe. And these gels are just so beautiful. They're so blingy with a little glitter, and it's just when the light touches it, it's just going to reflect so nicely. Now be careful with doing this because this is like a milky gel. It does cure. I didn't have any curing problems, but if you're using a more pigmented gel, I recommend going thinner and then go over it with a clear, because if not you might get some wrinkling and you don't want uncured product on your fingers. Not good at all. So now again, just to tie it together a little bit more, I want to go in and just make this nail, just kind of attach the two lacy type of little swirly guys and just do a little bit of pearls. I want to bring in all the pearls. I want to bring in really everything. I think that's, you just want to tie everything together without it being too much. Okay, so another important thing that you're going to want to do when you're working with, say, pearls and crystals, you're going to want to top coat the pearls. I always recommend top coating any pearls, and we're going to want to go ahead and top coat that gel rubber base as well, because that is not attack free. So the pearls I recommend top coating because most of them, unless you get a really good like pure pearl, they're gonna kind of wear off, right, if you're wearing them. So I recommend going over them with a top coat, and that'll just leave the color and the shine of them. But please, I am begging you, do not hurt my soul. Please do not go over your rhinestones. It just literally dulls out your rhinestones if you go over them with top coat. It doesn't matter what type of quality you're using. All my rhinestones I always buy is at least glass, and it'll make them look flat. We don't want a flat rhinestone. That hurts my feelings every time I see somebody top coat a rhinestone. I'm like, no, don't do it. Pearls, yes, definitely, because they'll just kind of diminish themselves a little bit, but not the rhinestones. Leave the rhinestones. You can go around the edges if you want to seal them. If you didn't have a tack-free glue, I'd recommend doing that, but don't not go over top of them. But look how beautiful that is. Oh my god, I love it. So on this little thing here, what I wanted to do is I wanted to actually add a little details. So on this little frame that we had, I'm going to add some pearls into the middle frame. So all I've done is just added some of my top coat down, and might be the glue actually, now I don't remember what it was, what I just reached for, and then I'm just going to kind of set it on there and then set my pearls around it. And again, I will go ahead and I will top coat the pearls as well. Yeah, see, I think I'm just using my top coat in all truth as glue for these little pearls there, and I'm just setting them on that frame, and I think it just ties it all together because there was no pearls on this nail, and I think there's pretty much pearls on almost all the nails besides the ring finger. This is the final look. I'm obsessed with this look. I totally would rock these. Let me know down below if you would rock them. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.